Mensur Suljovic, revitalised, takes on Jamie Hughes, a former winner on the European Tour. And the Polish Eagle, Krzysztof Ratajski, goes up against the unseeded host nation qualifier, Franz Roetsch, playing in only his second European Tour event. And a man who, if he wins this game, will qualify for the European Championship. What an incredible weekend this could be. But it's an incredible weekend. It's had some incredible performances, notably his victory over the reigning European champion Rob Cross, where he averaged 103 yesterday. He looked brilliant. And do you know who predicted that victory? It's the man sat on my right, Paul
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg, friends to throw first. Game on!
I just felt it coming down. I saw it in the form. And yes, Cross got the good start yesterday, but he wasn't able to stay consistent. And this guy is good. He's dangerous. Is he eliminating Ratajski dangerous?
I don't know, because Krzysztof Ratajski was very impressive against Martijn Kleermaker yesterday, getting some revenge after Kleermaker was spellbindingly good on the finishing last week to knock Krzysztof out. But they had a repeat of their clash, and just 7 days later, Ratajski just did a Ratajski, an average 99, and got the job done.
100.
I think that this is a real test, because Franz Roetsch, obviously, he played brilliantly to beat Rob Cross. Rob Cross is a very up and down player at the minute. Krzysztof Ratajski has never been an He's just so consistent. I've likened playing Krzysztof Ratajski to playing against a computer. You just put the setting on very hard and it stays there.
140.
Doesn't look phased though, does he, Franz?
Not at all. Maybe he's really good at playing the computer.
Maybe.
Same as any other 25-year-old.
59.
Probably doesn't know what a Super Nintendo is. Too young for that. Showing my age as he goes for the 1-2-1 and the 12 start. Double 14. Ooh! Hang about! I do like this lad, I really do. Got such talent and got great smile as well. Smiles a lot.
He seems to be enjoying himself. I mean, we saw him the other time they appeared on the Euro Tour, played Jeff Smith, lost in the opening round, but it went to a last leg decider.
That win for Jeff Smith is looking very good now, isn't it?
It is.
What have we unearthed here?
100.
Well, it was 8 years ago. Nobody knew anything about Max Hopp. And nobody knew anything about Franz Roetsch until last week. Really?
That's it. One of the
140.
benefits of having these host nation qualifying spots. That's what they're there for. And we've seen some very good stuff from the Germans. There's been a lot of chatter about
91.
Oh, there's too many host nation qualifiers this weekend. Well, look, strange times.
There's been some whinging this week, hasn't there?
There's always whinging.
100.
But this is what it's about.
180.
Well, he got that wrong, didn't he? The guy with his 180 saying he held it way too high.
100.
Might give him another go when the next 180 comes in.
47.
Double 16 coming in. He's as predictable on this shot as James Wade would be. Very different departments, but still very effective. That is 1-all.
Carpenter by trade, apparently. I've not spoken to France yet, but from what I've managed to glean from the internet.
139.
25-year-old from Bad Wörishofen.
Well said.
Thank you very much. Still don't know where it is, but said it.
Well, if he's a chippy, he might get on with Scott Waits.
135.
We've not seen him much, as I say, but he had a crack at Q School, and he had a decent run on the opening day.
125.
Didn't back it up the subsequent 3 days, but he wasn't that far off getting onto the tour.
More evidence that Hildesheim part of Q School is getting stronger.
Well, that's Krzysztof Ratajski. He failed to get through it first time he tried.
Danny Nobber didn't even get through automatically. He had to go through on points.
Martijn Kleermaker, who we've seen over the last couple of weeks playing some excellent stuff, he had to come through on points, I believe. Came from the final day. It was assured before the end of the tournament, but he didn't win any of them outright.
140.
those 2 treble visits. I don't recall the stat right now, but I think it's he and Michael van Gerwen in terms of 2 treble visits over the last year.
80.
They're at the very, very
Christoph,
top.
you require
Is that an old
86.
stat? Is that quite new?
It's relatively recent.
Might be different now.
Yes.
Oh, 11 coming in.
Game shot.
Wonderful
third
stuff.
leg.
Great response from
Christoph
Ratajski after that dangerous beginning.
Christoph to throw
With
first.
Roetsch
Game
taking
on.
his 12 darter to open the campaign, and he's got much to mull at the end
Oh, that
of the
was-
stage there.
I was just about to get our Dutch lads to flash up those stats, because look at that, 12, 11, 11.
94.
Juicy start to this one.
Undoubtedly the biggest game of this young man's life. And
After the biggest game of his life yesterday.
oh yeah,
Keeps getting bigger.
40.
I tell you what, we're talking about him qualifying for the European Championship. If he were to go and make the final, he'd get in the Worlds. Probably.
One
well, in the evidence that we've seen, both of these guys are a nightmare draw for someone in the future. But especially Ratajski, because this is flawless.
135.
Well, I thought when James Wade was 3-0 up and averaging 114, but that would be quite a benchmark to beat. But Christoph Ratajski's having a good old crack at it, isn't it?
Just a bit.
100.
We could get that game that I crave now and again. The Ratajski-Suljovic Central European heavyweight clash. Could be the Polish Eagle versus
99.
the darting equivalent of Victor Petrenko. You'll get into that story in the next match with Chris Murphy.
Yes. I won't see the 1-2-7 in game from Ratajski.
59.
See it from Franz
France
Roetsch to
require
level this one up.
127.
Already had a 1-2-1. Could get the 1-2-7. This game is mint! You're doing great, Destroyer, you're doing great!
4 legs, every single one of them completed in 4 visits to the board. Sensational stuff from the Polish Eagle and the Destroyer.
Last Euro Tour of the year, we are going to go out with fireworks. It's going to be good today.
140.
This tournament always has a story. Whether it's Price winning the last couple of years, whether it's Suljovic picking up his first PDC ranked event.
81.
Yeah, Michael Smith, a former International Darts Open winner as well, and that was when Smith was really establishing himself,
95.
using the European Tour as a platform to launch himself onto greater things, and of course he's made a number of major finals.
Kim Hyrex, 2-time finalist. Should have won the 2016 one.
57.
Wasn't so much in the final in 2017 against Peter Wright, but should have had that one 4 years ago. But is it going to be, Dan, another season-ending
96.
European Tour for Ratajski? He won the last one last year in Gibraltar, and he did so with semi-finals and a final out of the top draw.
180. France require 170.
Can he go up a level?
Oh, don't be silly, come on. He's not another 12 darter, behave yourself. Checkouts and 1-2-1, 1-2-7, and now 170 as this run of 4 visit legs continues. This is unreal.
This is one of the best games I've ever seen.
134.
Central Europe is delivering with darts right now. 12-11-11, 12-12.
Show the averages, show the averages. Go on. Yeah, there we go, look at that.
83.
This is silly.
Savour it. Euro Tour is so good.
You know how we always go, oh, well, his overall average is higher than his first 9, shows he's finishing well. Your first 9 is 110 and it's still higher.
The average finish is in the region of 135 to 145.
Amazing.
46.
Wow. I can't remember the last time I saw a game start this well. When you're in a game like this, you are having fun.
139.
I remember a game in Bad Nauheim. It was on the Pro Tour on the day that Mark Webster got his only title. There was a game between Gary Anderson and Mervyn King, and the averages were not recorded, but it's one of the most ridiculous games I've ever seen. It was like this. They were hitting everything.
Oh, a missed dart at double. I'd forgotten what they were like.
74.
And it's a leg that will be won in more than 4 visits.
Wow. Rubbish. They've lost it. It's gone.
55. Christophe, you require 14.
I think we should all take a bit of a moment after that first 5 legs. For 3-3. Ooh, bad line.
It's a strange one.
Maybe Ratajski is a little bit miffed that he hasn't got rid of this guy playing so well early. Sticking around.
Christophe, you require 14. Game shot in the 6th leg.
Does get it done.
Christophe
16 darter, but
7th leg.
3
Friends
all
to
in
throw
this one.
first. Game on.
And we are still seeing an absolute exhibition of darts from these two.
It's feasible that Rob
60.
Cross is on his way home today thinking, who was that guy? Everybody knows who he is now, and it's different when nobody knows who you are. You're a bit of a rookie. You can play with a little bit of freedom, but when people know who you are, people will gun for you. We'll see how he responds to that, because he's on people's radar now.
140.
I likened him yesterday to someone like Kevin Munch, someone who has made a bit of an impact. And what does he do next? Well, Kev Munch hasn't really done much since beating Adrian Lewis at the Worlds. So we're waiting for Franz to kick on from here potentially, but time will tell.
Well, look, with players that
55.
are just setting out on their darting journey in the PDC, they're not going to, most of them don't turn up and start winning things left, right and centre. Not everybody's Rob Cross. But if they give you little clues about what they may be able to do, and I thought the 103 average and the win against Rob Cross looked like a good clue. This, it's a flashing neon clue. Look at this!
Well, you could do worse than look at Ratajski for a bit of an example, because Ratajski won titles, plural, without a card.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
astonishing start.
140.
For Christophe Ratajski,
French
who
requires
stays with
66.
Franz Roetsch in this leg. May only get 1 dart at double. It is only going to be 1. It's a double top. Not missed a dart at double yet.
Game
He
shot.
still hasn't. This is perfect from
Christophe.
Franz Roetsch at the end of legs.
I'm getting a lip ring.
Oh, don't do that. Please, Nicholas.
99.
Well, he's not destroying Ratajski, but he is keeping him at bay, that's for sure.
Keeping him at bay, despite the fact Ratajski's averaging 112. This is
60.
right up there in record territory on the European Tour.
Interesting to see the angle of entry for Franz as well. I think it's quite flat. See, it goes in the board like that, trying to stack them over the top just like that. Just ran out of room in the 60 there, but still a fabulously thrown dart.
There's only the one leg where we've seen misses at double. That was a 6th leg, and Christophe Ratajski could afford to miss those darts because it's the one leg where Franz wasn't breathing down his neck.
Big visit here. He's got Ratajski just where he wants him.
140.
2 classic 140s there. I feel like Ratajski needs to get to a finish here.
90.
Oh, you lucky boy.
French require 161.
What a fortunate treble 7 that is. Does he get a look at it? I expected him to get that 51.
Just pack up the board and
137.
take it away, because we're not seeing anything better if you're taking out the 161 as well.
He fortunately left this shot. He's not going to take it. And Roetsch is on the cusp of being up 5 legs to 3 against the ever dangerous Polish Eagle.
Well, he can miss.
18.
And he does miss.
Christoph, you require 36.
Oh, they're going to be valuable. Double 9.
Game
Huge
shot
hit
in the 8th leg.
from Ratajski.
Ratajski.
Very different
9th
reactions
leg.
from the
Friends
fans
to
in the
throw
crowd
first. Game on.
when that double 9 went in, as opposed to shots from Roetsch earlier. But this game continues to deliver. Look at that lovely understack. Even with the flat angle. Wow, such a good thrower.
Well, I know you predicted that Franz Roetsch would beat the reigning European champion yesterday, and you were proven right, Paul Nicholson. But
125.
did you see anything like this display coming from him?
No. We are learning on the fly when it comes to Franz.
100.
But he might well lose this game. Christoph Ratajski is giving as good as he's getting in this astonishing match. But whatever happens, Franz Roetsch. If Ratajski does win this, I'm going to be slightly gutted we don't see him at the European Championship, because imagine the confidence he'll take into next week just from his displays.
Correct.
Bet against him right now, though, would you?
No. He's probably more likely to take the 124 than having 3 darts at, say, double 16.
137.
Can he
French
add to the tally?
124.
He's had 3 ton pluses already.
Well, he hasn't been missing the bullseye, has he? So he fancied his chances.
56.
Left himself on a smaller combination.
So require 143.
But this is one of the most difficult shots on the board. Watch for the reaction if this goes in. This is possibly the biggest visit of his life so far. Double top.
48.
Starting to miss now.
So require
And Ratajski smells blood.
Double 16.
Game shot in the
what
9th
a
leg.
player this
Christoph
man is.
Ratajski.
How has he found
Christoph
himself
to throw
5-4
first.
up against the stuff that Franz Roetsch has been throwing at him? You can't
Game
expect,
on.
however brilliant you're playing, you can't expect to hit 100% of your doubles. And so when Franz has made those tiny little mistakes, Christoph Ratajski has been there to punish. Look at those numbers. This is absolutely incredible. It's a Euro
96.
Tour classic, irrespective of what happens in the next leg or two and who wins it. Astonishing.
I'd like it to finish the way it started.
91.
This game deserves an 11th leg.
Deserves a grandstand finish. I don't think you could say which man deserves to win it more than the other, because they have both
57.
been stunning.
No draws on the Euro Tour.
95.
Just starting to find less trebles now. He will be learning about himself as he's throwing. And on 3-1-5, and Ratajski
100.
a dart ahead. Should really go 25 first. He is a smart kid.
The thinking was right. The execution
100.
not quite there. Question is, can either of these men finish off their scores with 2 visits? Because he might need to be done in 6 darts.
You may wonder why he went 25 first. Well, 3-1-5, he's looking for a 1-4-5. 25 or bullseye keeps the approach alive to leave the finish. His chances are still alive, but he might have to take that 120. 130, sorry. Thought for a moment he'd hit a treble 5. But it's going to have to go to add drama to this game. Options for treble 19 or 15 here. Gets the lot. Come on, Franz. Can you take us to leg 11?
Loves a bullseye, but will he get a go at it? Oh, narrowly misses out. And Christoph Ratajski, the perfect setup shot, leaves him double six to win this absolute classic. Nearly busted. Double three. And it's Ratajski's turn to miss.
Well, Franz, you halved your score and scored 65 last time. Can you do it again with a double on the end? Got to go 14 bull, and it's covered.
It's covered.
It's really covered.
But this man has been hitting bullseye at will.
Sensible treble. Oh, 43. So close. Thought it out so well.
Christoph requires 6.
In the last couple of legs, is Franz Roetsch. He might have got the win here.
That's the lie. Didn't use it like he did last night on tops.
Franz requires
The girl
22.
in the orange wants this to go to leg 11, and so do I.
Go straight at it. Can he bounce off those and in? He can, and we are going the distance. Franz Roetsch has survived 6 match starts from the Polish Eagle.
First. Game on.
Number 4 seed, who's been granite tough throughout this game in standing up to Franz Roetsch's assault, must now break the German.
Oh, that's cruel.
60 on the floor, it looked like. Could it be decisive in this last leg shootout? Not only for a spot in the quarterfinals, but for Franz Roetsch, a spot at the European Championship as well.
Biggest leg of his life
100
by a mile. What he would give for a 15 here. Is 15 going to be enough?
41.
He's handed a chance to Ratajski. Ratajski has done this many, many times in the last couple of years. Come through tight matches, come through classics. This is about experience against a rookie. What does the rookie have left?
61.
Right at the final hurdle is Franz Roetsch just stumbling.
Order in this crowd, and the decibel level, you could hear a feather drop on the floor.
Ratajski leaving himself a bogey number. Franz Roetsch needed all 3 big trebles to punish him for it. He can't get them. Ratajski wants 130 to leave that double 16, where he is deadly.
It's looking likely.
Should look at the bullseye here. And does, and he gets that 130. It is a very, very solid leg from the Polish Eagle.
Got to get to a finish. Got to get that 60.
45.
Doesn't. And this game is going to go into the history books as a classic. But for Ratajski,
Game. Shot.
It is a break in the final leg, and it is a heartbreaker for Franz Roetsch. He battled so brilliantly. The average dropping down to just below 97, but for most of the game, it was up at 110 for both men. An incredible contest, but it is the Granite Pole who manages to hold